Welcome back to yet another video, and today we're going back to FIFA 17 for another retro rebuild, but today I'm not taking the helm at either club. Today we're going to be the Atletico Madrid manager, and we're going to spectate and simulate through 3 seasons in the Liga to see who outperforms the other, Real Madrid or Barcelona. We're going to give a point system, and we're also going to take a deeper look at Ronaldo and Messi and give points for their performances. For league title, it's going to be 3 points, Champions League 3 points, Cup win 1 point, and Messi and Ronaldo at the end of the 3 seasons, whoever's had the better career will gain an extra point. Looking into it straight away, Real Madrid made a massive signing in Cesc Fabregas for a report 42 million. Going through the rest of the list, I don't think many more signings have been made. I also did look at Barcelona. Barcelona haven't made a single signing in Season 1. Is this an indicator on who will outperform the other coming into the end of Season 1? Looking through this, another signing for Real Madrid. Quite a young stuff. They do seem to be signing quite a lot of midfielders, maybe strengthening up that midfield position. I'm not too sure why, because I'm pretty sure they've got Modric, Kroos, Casemiro. Like, the midfield is pretty strong already. We're just going to go and simulate through Season 1. And coming into the end of Season 1 now, again, as the Atletico Madrid manager, I didn't make a single signing. And we've somehow managed to win the La Liga. So neither team gets a point for winning the league title, because both teams are massively underperformed. Real Madrid coming in 3rd and Barcelona coming in 4th. Both very underperforming and underwhelming seasons. Somehow Atletico Madrid, with me as manager, without a single signing, has managed to win the league. But however, Barcelona do beat us 2-1 in their finals off the Copa de España, gaining 1 point for themselves as a 2-1 win gives them the trophy. Real Madrid, where did they cut them out? Real Madrid weren't even in the Copa de España round of 16, but they do unfortunately heartbreakingly lose 2-0 to Chelsea in the Champions League final. That would have put them ahead on points. They would have gained 3 points from this, but they don't gain anything from losing the finals. Somehow Swansea was in the quarterfinals, the semi-finals. I don't know how they managed to do that, but they did beat Barcelona 4-2 in the quarterfinals of the Champions League. However, 0 points for Real Madrid and 1 point for Barcelona coming to the end of Season 1. Messi has massively underperformed with 25 games, 8 goals and 2 assists. That's 10 GA, and he hasn't even played 30 games in the La Liga. I'm not too sure what's going wrong, but Ronaldo has not performed as poorly, should we say. Playing 37 games, that's only missing 1 in the league, getting a GA of 23. That's 13 more. That's more than double what Messi got. Ronaldo's definitely gained that point, potentially. We'll have to wait until all 3 seasons are done for that point. But coming into the end, we are just going to go look at the overalls. Ronaldo has dropped, I think he's dropped by 1, and I think Messi's also dropped by 1. I believe Messi was a 94 and Ronaldo was 93. Obviously both are now in the 30s, so both are going to drop with overalls quite fast. Looking through the list now, Real Madrid have failed to make any signings in Season 2. This is a second season back-to-back where Barcelona have failed to make a single signing. Not one player has joined this Barcelona team. There isn't any key departures, so there's nothing to worry about really. But we're going to look at Real Madrid and instantly straight away. Real Madrid have made another signing, yet again another youngster in Adam Armstrong for 3.5 million from Newcastle, the 20-year-old striker, and another signing in Bentancur for 1.3 million. These have a very youth-focused structure of recruitment, and yet again, the 3rd youngster signing of the season. And Kieran Tierney, I don't know if he came last season and I forgot to say it, like I missed it, or he's came in this season, it doesn't say, because he's loan listed. But that's another young player, 20 years old, at left back, and a fifth person under 23 coming in for 5.5 million, this time a right mid. Going to the end of Season 2 now, can these signings help Real Madrid win the league? I don't think we've won it, we haven't. I knew we hadn't because of the manager rating. But so Barcelona, no signings made in 2 seasons, have managed to win the La Liga on 85 points. Real Madrid placing 3rd for a 2nd time in a row. The Super Cup doesn't matter. Barcelona did win that though. They've also won back-to-back Copa de Españas, winning 2-1 in the finals and beat us 3-3. I'm assuming in penalties. Barcelona's had a really good run actually, beating Real Madrid, Sevilla and Atletico Madrid on the way to the final. This is devastating. This is heartbreaking in fact. Real Madrid have lost back-to-back Champions League finals, both to English clubs. They had a pretty decent run beating Man City, Bayern, and I think that's an 8-0 win against Fenerbahce. Barcelona do get knocked out to Manchester United in the semi-finals. I'm assuming on penalties, it doesn't say. Oh no, it'll be on away goals because it does show the penalties if you lose in penalties. Anyways, that's quite heartbreaking for Real Madrid to lose 2 back-to-back finals. Barcelona, however, have won 2 back-to-back finals, won the Copa de España twice, whereas Real Madrid's lost twice. This does mean Barcelona are soaring ahead on points. Barcelona's on 5 points. That's 3 from the league. That's 1 from the first Copa de España and 2 from the second Copa de España. Real Madrid are still stuck in 0 points. We're all going to go look at this goal scorer, see if anyone has outperformed. Again, Messi can't see anyone on this list, but Ronaldo does have 23 goals, coming in second for the Golden Boot. And yet again, there's no Messi to be seen on the top goal scorers list. I'm not sure what's went wrong, I'm not sure what's happened, but in Season 2, Messi has massively underperformed once again. Looking at this list now, Messi's only played 23 games and got 6 GA. That's 2 games less than last season, and I think that's 4 less GA than last season. I don't know what's going on with Messi. I don't know if he's just injured, if the manager doesn't trust him, if there's a rotation risk because he doesn't have a right wing in the team. I'm not too sure. I'm not the manager, so I can't go check and I can't change stuff around to make it more fair. But all we'll know is, again, Ronaldo's played 37 games, this time picking up 26 GA. That's 20 goals and assists more than what Messi has. If that's not saying Ronaldo's miles better than what Messi is, I don't know what is. That's crazy to think about how well Ronaldo's doing and how bad Real Madrid's doing in comparison to how bad Messi's doing and how good his team Barcelona's doing. Just looking at that again, a league title for Barcelona with no signings is absolutely crazy. Coming into the start of Season 3, this is the very last season. We're just going to go ahead and look at, see any more signings that have been made. And Real Madrid made yet another striker signing, another youngster signing, might I add. And is this a third? Oh no, he's 28. He looked quite young in his picture, he looked like a little baby. They've signed Ambrose from Man City. Again, another young striker. Armstrong must have underperformed from bringing a second young striker back to back. Unless they've got something planned, unless Ronaldo's planning on leaving, or Bale's planning on leaving, or Benzema's planning on leaving, and they're just signing for the future and they're just preparing. I'm not too sure. Is that a Pereira? Pereira? Andros Pereira. And Pulisic. It says both of them have shown great potential. It doesn't say they were signed this season. Does that mean they were signed last season? But I checked at the end of the last summer, so they must have been signed in January, or they must have been signed this season and it's just not showing. I'm not too sure what's going on there. They were either signed last season to make that 7 signings of last season, or they were signed this season, it's just, for whatever reason, it's just not showing. We're going to go through Barcelona now. 3rd season, they've won the league title, they've won 2 Copa de Españas and haven't made a single signing, not sizing. We're going to go through, hopefully they've actually signed someone this season. Going through the list, there isn't anybody I don't recognise. I've done a Neymar rebuild, by the way, going through Barcelona's team quite a bit. I would recognise somebody if they didn't play for the club already, I hope. But I can't see anyone here. Again, I think this is a 3rd signing, a 3rd season with 0 signings, where Real Madrid is just sending loads of youngsters. We'll again similar to the end of the 3rd and final season, and Barcelona have won back-to-back league titles. Barcelona's now on 8 points, again with 8 points in the competition, 85 points in the league. I think I should clarify that. And Real Madrid is placed 4th. Not too sure what's going on. That's 3 seasons and haven't placed above 3rd. 76 points. Nearly didn't even qualify for Europe. Unfortunately, Barcelona fails to make it 3 Copa de Españas back to back as they do lose in the finals against Villarreal. I think that was 1-0. They did beat them last season, couldn't make it a second. Atletico Madrid have won the Champions League, will beat Barcelona 4-3 in the quarterfinals. Is there any more big wins? We did beat Man United as well, last season's winners. Real Madrid also, just like Barcelona, got knocked out in the quarterfinals. However, this was 3-1 to Bayern Munich. And then I said Bayern Leverkusen. It's not, it's Bayern Munich. I am also thinking about doing a couple more rebuilds, potentially on FC26 when it comes out next week. Ericsson is on that list because I was planning on signing him, by the way. He's not just there because of magic. Because I did make a few signings for Atletico Madrid this season, which I probably shouldn't have, considering it has kind of ruined it in us winning the Champions League and placing above Real Madrid in the finals. But that's alright. Griezmann does become the top goal scorer. Again, I can't see Messi in this list. Ronaldo's all the way down in 10th, 13 goals, so he has dropped off, but he isn't an awful player. At least he's getting in top 10, unlike Messi. I haven't even seen him on that list. at all, we're going to go ahead and look through individual player stats now, just to make sure they have actually been playing. Again, Messi hasn't even played 20 games. Messi's played 17 games, getting a GA of 5. I don't know what's going on at Barcelona. Why is Messi, their star man, the highest rated player, the club legend, the youth academy graduate, Lionel Messi, the literal Ballon d'Or winner, why is he not playing? Why is he not starting? 17 games, hasn't even played half the games in the league. Adam Armstrong has 5 appearances and an assist, don't think that really matters. But Ronaldo's again continued to overperform, playing 35 games, getting 13 goals and 5 assists. So Ronaldo does, we are going to award Ronaldo the point for overperforming, I was going to say, Lionel Messi. So it does end, at the end of this rebuild, Barcelona 8 points, Real Madrid 1. Barcelona's won, ladies and gentlemen. If you enjoyed this video, please like, comment and subscribe, and stick around for the next one. And peace.